When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Johnson wants to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
The RPO, it's complete. Fights off the defender. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Kansas State has it 1st and goal. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Kansas State. They grab the early lead.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he added the extra point.
That makes the score Kansas State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick it away.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Finds his tight end. Fighting off the defender.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Got a man. It's Lockett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Kansas State in business in the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Lockett. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to throw again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel it.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kansas State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Quickly out to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down a little bit short. But what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up.
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes score.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Lowers those pads. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, TCU. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Johnson looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Toss sweep to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return. The bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for the first down. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a number.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime. Get a little juju going.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. The give from the gun. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Payne. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Payne. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Looking for the score. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. To the air on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, they didn't get the field goal there, but still a 22-point lead to work with. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we head to Dallas for a final update on one of the best games every year, the Red River Rivalry. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best, and that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch. He got some positive yards.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. So we're starting to get late.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Here's a heat. Hits the open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. What a nice job finding the back on the angle route. That's a tough thing to cover.
And I love the matchup for this quarterback. He knew there on 3rd down. He had the one-on-one with his running back and that defender. Nice job on the route, crossing the defender's face. Easy completion. The drive stays alive.
He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Off the RPO, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown!
Wow. Okay. Okay.
He's going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play act.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Johnson wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Shakes off the defender. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Wants to fire on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To the air. It's Hoover. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Fires to the big fella. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick.
Turning it on. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The second half you've had.
They've
Okay.
got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time, but just can't come up with the completion?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Rides to back and leaves it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to make it, and
Wow, what an awful play call. Holy shit. Bless up.
And now you start
Wow.
to feel desperate down by multiple scores.
Wow.
2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this 4th quarter.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Irvin. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. TCU has it back, in the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations. And that
got enough space into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least to get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers for football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. Most of the time when you do this,
you want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for me.